YouTube, how's it going? I'm back with some more NFL draft grades. If you didn't already know, I'm going division by division, and we're going to get one winner from each division. After we grade all the teams in each division, we're going to get one winner. We're going to put them all together, see who won the NFL draft, in my opinion. So today we're breaking down the AFC South, and they did a good job, I might add. A very good job drafting, in my opinion, for the AFC South teams. But let's start with the Colts. Let's break them down. My best pick, I went back and forth. I mean, the obvious one could have been Quentin Nelson. It was the obvious pick there, though. I went with Kamoko Toure. I started to like him a lot more, getting closer to the NFL draft, and I think he's an excellent pass rusher, and he's going to get his opportunity for the Colts. He's going to start, I think, coming off the end position in the 4-3. So I think Toure will get his opportunity. I think he'll get his sack. So I like him. Worst pick, Darius Leonard. Even though I think Darius Leonard's a good player, he's probably going to get a lot of playing time right away. And again, I think he could have a good career, but I just thought it was a little early. I thought he had a chance to go late second. This was the fourth pick in the second round. So, I mean, not a terrible pick, but if I see a player based on value that I can fit into the worst pick category, I won't hesitate to do it, even if I think those players are good. Sleeper picks Deion Kane. It's just ridiculous how he dropped to the sixth round. He wasn't even their first receiver taken. They took Fontaine, and then they got Deion Kane in the sixth. Deion Kane I thought was much better. I thought he could have went second round. I did not expect him to get maybe outside the fourth round. Crazy athletic ability with a good size too, just under 6'2", I think. Good deep ball, good red zone player. I mean, he got hurt from without Deshaun Watson. Kelly Bryant was not a good downfield thrower, so I don't think it was the fact that he needed a first round quarterback. I think he just needed somebody that can throw downfield. Kelly Bryant's okay. He's got a good future, but downfield, he didn't really want to throw downfield, and he couldn't really do it. So it really hurt Deion Kane. It really hurt his draft position there, his draft stock. So I like the pick there. I think he can get some action early on. So let's break down the rest of the picks. Quentin Nelson was the obvious pick. Great pick. I like how they traded down from 3 to 6. Still got their guy. Maybe you can argue he's the best player in the draft. So second round was Darius Leonard. We talked about him. Braden Smith in the second round. Maybe a little early, but it's okay. I like Braden Smith, and they got Nelson and Smith. That's a good guard duo there. Toure, I talked about him. I like that pick. Tyquan Lewis, I thought would go third. They get him with the last pick in the second round, so I'm totally okay with it. And it's another guy that I started to like more and more getting closer to the draft process because we knew he can play D-end, pretty solid level, but I saw some tape of him playing the 3 technique actually, and he looked pretty damn solid there with the limited amount of snaps he got there. So I think he can play 3 technique or D-end, equal level, pretty high level. I think he's more athletic than we thought he was too, that most people think he is. So Lewis has got a lot of upside. It'd be interesting to see if Toure and Lewis, if they both start at the end position, if just Toure starts, if they both start, but Lewis is at the D tackle. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys start off right away. Nyheim Hines in the fourth, I liked him a lot. I think he could have been a third round pick, speedy running back. That usually when you see these speed running backs, that's really all they are is just a speed running back. But he can break tackles, he catch the ball in the backfield very well. So I like Nyheim Hines a lot. Darius Fontaine, wide receiver at Northern Iowa. Sleeper guy, I thought was more of a 6th rounder. But they gave him the 22nd pick in the 5th round, not bad. Jordan Wilkins, running back from Ole Miss. I like this pick in the 5th round. Wilkins was definitely a sleeper. They get Hines and Wilkins to go along with Marlon Mack. I mean, Wilkins goes in round 5 because of his speed. Not slow, but not fast. His juke moves are very impressive. So if he can get he's pretty quick. If he can get some more speed, that would be excellent for him. We talked about Deion Kane in the 6th. Matthew Adams, round 7. Didn't think he would get drafted, but they got him round 7. Not a big deal. Zaire Franklin, linebacker, Syracuse, went where I expected him to go. So they didn't get tremendous value anywhere, but they got guys where I thought they would go for the most part. Got guys that can play right away, that can help their team right away. So I gave the Colts an A-. They kind of did what they had to do, but couldn't bump them up from that A-. That's kind of why they have the minus next to the A's, because they didn't get tremendous value anywhere. But they did what they had to do, got a pretty good haul. Overall, good draft for the Colts. So, who we going with next? We're going to go with the Houston Texans. Why not? So, my best pick for the Houston Texans is going to be Justin Reed. Some of us thought he would be a first rounder, probably wouldn't get out of the second. Well, the Texans, with their first pick in the third round, get Justin Reed. So tremendous value there, excellent value, good player, should start right away. Two more third round picks. They got Martinez Rankin. The guy can play any position on the O-line, so that's pretty impressive. Maybe didn't play at a high of a level as some of the other offensive line talent, but still played pretty well. I thought he would go third. Good pick. Jordan Akins was my worst pick for them, even though I think he could be good. I thought this was early. I thought he'd be a fifth-round pick. And then my sleeper pick would be Duke Ejiofor, the edge rush from Wake Forest. Goes in round 6. Thought he would go much earlier than that. He doesn't have freakish athletic ability, so that's why he dropped down here. But good production guy, good technician. Other picks, round 4, Kiki Kute. Pretty solid pick. Could play slot, could play outside. Good deep ball, so that's why you may see him outside, even though he's under 6 foot. Pretty solid pick. Thought he would go around 4 range. Jordan Thomas, round 6. So they grab another tight end. I thought this was a late round tight end. They get him around 6. They get the Stanford edge rusher, Peter Colombi. I think pretty good production for a guy to go 6th round, kind of like Ejiofor. So they looked at the production guys, maybe not the athletic guys. They didn't test poor or anything, but they went with the guys with the good production. So hopefully that transitions over to the NFL pretty well. Jermaine Kelly in the 7th, didn't think he would get drafted, but it was around 7 picks, so no big deal there. They see some upside in him. So overall, good draft here. I thought they got tremendous value with Justin Reed, Duke Ejiofor as well. So other than that, guys that we thought would go in the range they went, except for Jordan Akins, I thought it was a little early, even though I do like his talents, and they needed tight ends pretty badly. They got 2 of them. So overall, I'll give the Texans an A- as well. Really, what keeps them in that A range is the Justin Reed, Duke Ejiofor picks, like I talked about. Pretty good steals there, I think. Guys that can make an impact right away. So 2 A- so far, Colts and Texans. Very good job for them. We're going to go to the Jaguars next. Best pick, Ronnie Harrison. Just like Justin Reed, same division too. I was kind of back and forth ranking them in my safeties. I had them borderline first, second round, and both of them get drafted in the 3rd. So excellent value for getting Ronnie Harrison in the 3rd. And they're very good at developing defensive players. And they look at their secondary, very good at developing secondary guys too. I thought their 2 safeties played very well last year, but they're both in their 30s now. So you got to look for the future. So it was a great job picking up Harrison there in the 3rd. Excellent steal. Worst pick was Tanner Lee. I did not think Tanner Lee was going to get drafted. Played very poor this year and in the Senior Bowl. Not very accurate. Very strong arm, though. Decision-making isn't there. I did not see Tanner Lee getting drafted. So that falls under the worst pick, unfortunately. Sleeper picks Leon Jacobs. 7th round. Tremendous value here. I thought he'd be 4th at the earliest. 5th. Probably thought he would go in the 5th. Excellent athlete coming off the edge. Problem with this is I thought he was strictly a 3-4 outside linebacker. The Jags running a 4-3. So where are they going to play him? Are they going to play him at the DN position? They're going to play him at the outside linebacker position in the 4-3? Maybe similar to Fowler. Both kind of thought were 3-4 outside linebackers. We'll see. I don't know if he'll get that much action because they got tremendous talent on their defense, especially in that position. So we'll see if he gets an opportunity, but I thought it was very good value. He's a very good athlete, and he's going to a good situation there that can develop some defensive guys too. So you want to get the athletes on those coaching staffs where they can develop better and use that athletic ability to get to the quarterback. So we'll see what they do with him. Good value. Other picks, Taven Bryan. Thought that's right where he would go in that range. Their D-line somehow got better. We don't know if he's going to start right away. Probably not, because that D-line is very, very good. Round 2, DJ Chark. I like the fit there. I think I had DJ Chark going to the Jags in past mock drafts. I thought they needed a receiver like him. They got him. We talked about Ronnie Harrison. Will Richardson, tackle from NC State. Thought he would go round 4. That's where they get him. Tanner Lee, did not like that pick. Leon Jacobs, great value. Then they get a punter at the end of the 7th. Don't really love it, but not too big of a deal. It's one of the last picks in the draft. So overall, good job. You get some good value here and there. DJ Chark, love the fit. Taven Bryan's going to be good long term. Just really the only thing I didn't like was the Tanner Lee pick. So I give the Jags an A-. So we have a 3-way tie for the top of the AFC South. Will the Titans beat it? That is the question. Well, let's find out. Best pick, Harold Landry. He was my number 9 player in the draft. They get him in the second round. I saw mock drafts with Harold Landry going to the Titans in the first, and I didn't think he was going to drop that far. I had him going earlier in my mock drafts. They get him in the second round. Pretty ridiculous. One of the best picks of the draft. Worst pick, none. They only picked 4. They only made 4 picks. So I guess better chance of getting none under this category. Sleeper pick is Dane Cruikshank, another guy. It's about a week for the draft. I moved up big time. I had a 3rd round grade on him. You know, I like Jesse Bates. I think Cruikshank is a similar player. Poor man's Jesse Bates maybe, but not too far off. Excellent playmaker there in the secondary. Some people talk about corner for him. I can see it, but I prefer him at the safety position. I think you pair him with Byard and then put Cyprien in the box. Cyprien's an excellent box player. Wow. So first round pick, Rashaan Evans. Good value there. Good fit. And can start right away. Talk about Harold Landry in the second round. Dane Cruikshank in the 5th. And the 6th round, Luke Falk, who we thought, I had a 3rd round grade on, but I thought he would go in the second round because quarterback. Interesting that he gets picked at the Tom Brady pick there, 199, and he's a big Tom Brady fan. And I didn't really know that about him. They covered that in the draft. He's pretty much obsessed with Tom Brady. He tries to change his game around him, so pretty weird that he went 199. But overall, only 4 picks, but very, very good value at every single pick. So I'm usually never a fan of having limited picks, but if you're a team like the Titans that didn't have a lot of needs, you filled your needs, and you got great value, it's a no-brainer here. They win the division, they get an A+. It was just outstanding. You get an instant starter in Rashaan Evans. Harold Landry's good enough to start, but you do got some veterans in there that can start ahead of him, but he can learn from. Cruikshank is a sleeper, like to talk about, that can start early on in his career, good playmaker, and then they don't need Luke Falk to start, but they finally got a solid backup behind Mariota and got a lot of upside. So only 4 picks, but they knew what they were doing. They got excellent value. They got some guys that can make an impact right away, fill some needs, good fits. It's pretty much a no-brainer. They get an A+. They win a division, but everybody wins a division here. You saw A- all around, then an A+ for the Titans, so they just come out on top. Overall, very good job for the AFC South. We're going to keep going division by division until we have a winner for each division. We're going to put those teams together. We're going to see who wins the draft, in my opinion. Could the Titans be in there? We had a couple A+. So how do they compete with those teams? How do they stack up next to them? But that'll do it. Our goal for the season, for the NFL season, is 10K subscribers. I know that's a lot, but we've been growing a lot thanks to you guys, thanks to your support. We want to continue to do this every year for you guys to cover the whole offseason, in-season, everything. So we need more support, but much appreciated what we've been getting. So thanks to everybody. Please subscribe if you haven't already. That'll do it for this one. Goodbye.